Welcome all to the day 75 of the High Performance Entrepreneurship Series. This series is brought to you by Chumawak, a community which aims to impact 100 million entrepreneurs around the world. I would like to thank all the volunteers supporting this event, and we have three shows going on daily, three power mornings, which is headed by Fanaki Handria, who is my habit coach, and that happens 5 a.m. UAE time, 5 a.m. Indian Standard Time, and 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time headed by Diatris, and Indian Standard Time headed by Sakshi and Amin. So if you're an entrepreneur, want to join the community, you can contact Amin. As we always tell in our community, dream big, aim high, start small. Start very small so that you can easily focus on what you're doing. Start very small so that you can easily build a discipline around what you're doing. Start very small so that you can easily master what you're doing. Once you do these three things, you're ready to be a scalable startup. That is when your journey as a high performance entrepreneur starts. And we are here to help you in this journey. Today, I have one of my close friend who is going to take this session, and to take this meeting forward, I have I have a person who is also my habit coach and an inspiring entrepreneur. She comes from Madagascar, and I'm sure she'll be a unicorn in the coming years. To take this meeting forward, I would like to call Fanaki Handria. Fanaki, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Kabir, and welcome everyone to this amazing session. Is your marketing, is your sales? Tonight, we'll be delving into the world of marketing and sales, as you see. And as we know, in today's rapidly evolving business landscape, the key to success lies in finding ways to ease the marketing process, ultimately leading to increased sales and revenue. Today, we have a fantastic expert with us who will share his insight and strategies for achieving this goal. So, FR, he is FR, your dedicated business coach and the author behind the impactful guide, The Profit Circle. His professional journey is woven with a passion for steering businesses toward unprecedented profit success. About his qualifications, well, he's not only an author, but a postgraduate in commerce. He oversees the transformation of 20 plus organizations. He is now personally coaching more than 100 individuals and trained over 50,000 professionals across 6 countries. He has a lot of businesses that he helped and had the privilege of guiding businesses across diverse sectors such as interior fit-outs, packaging solutions, FMCG, trading companies, various food industries, and e-commerce. He is really trusted by industries leaders such as the deep seafood company HPE and Cedar since 1992, Al Ghurair Hot Pack, and so much more. A little bit about his approach and philosophy. Well, with a commitment to collaboration, he views clients and associates as true partners in success. His methodology is rooted in collaborative approach, leveraging extensive experience to tailor strategies that ensure sustainable growth and profitability. So the book he wrote, The Profit Circle, isn't just a manual. It's a dynamic roadmap unlocking untapped potential within businesses. He delved into the intricacies of profit generation, offering actionable insights that empower companies to thrive in today's dynamic business landscape. I thought I will not stop because there's too much to know about him, and he is here today with us. So, without further ado, let's dive into our discussion on how to ease the marketing, how to ease your sales. Afar, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Fanaiki. Thank you very much, Kabir, for running such a beautiful concept where you're bringing people over here on a daily basis. I'm sure that it needs a great commitment and definitely a great team. Yeah, first of all, let me appreciate you guys. And I'm so happy that you have audience every day. That is the people who are actually giving it appreciation and motivation to continue this. Thank you so much. So, when it comes to the title of the day, is your marketing, is your sales? See, I am basically not a marketing expert. I'm not a sales expert. Couple of years ago, I mean, I'm originally a finance expert. But few years ago, when I was thinking of my profession, I knew or I recognized that I'm not just doing a finance job. I have got a lot of experience in the real, the real businesses where what they're struggling and what every company is looking for. So I know if you take any company, every owner is so interested to learn and to know how to make their sales more, how to make or how to bring the enquiries more into the company. And that's where I started thinking of that idea, and I've started, you know, scaling up my expertise from only finance to marketing and sales as well. And today, I am serving a lot of companies as a business coach where I'm helping them to increase their profit. I myself call my the profit generator. Why I'm calling or why I'm actually establishing very confidently in that, because I know that I am learning and investing at least 2 hours every day to learn this marketing and sales. Okay, coming to this idea, to all the entrepreneurs, all the business people, all the aspiring business people, all the business students, I would like to tell you, before you design your marketing activity, before you think of any of the system in your company, make sure that you have a solution for the pain of the market, where you are not selling a product, you are not selling a service, rather you are serving the community, you are serving your audience. I'm telling, serving your audience, your prospects with a solution, not with a product. You are not selling any product. You are serving your customers with a solution. That is what the basic understanding or the basic foundation that every business owner has to have. So, when you have a product or when you have a service, the next question, how can I make sales? Because sales is the fundamental of any business. That is the engine of this vehicle. You take your business as a car, as a vehicle. Without the engine, it cannot move, isn't it? So you need sales. To happen the sales, you need enquiries. So the marketing, sales, operation, these are the fundamental three department of any company. So what a marketing function is supposed to do? By the way, many of the entrepreneurs, many of the business owners doesn't know the difference between marketing and sales. So let me tell you that if you are not clear on that, the duty of marketing department is to bring leads to the company, inquiries to the company. That is what the role of a marketing department. So you can analyze your marketing department by analyzing the leads what you're getting, and you can actually give them a score how effective your marketing department is. For example, if you are getting 100 leads a day, you can analyze how good these leads are. That is how you can actually evaluate the marketing department. And the second department is sales. What is their role? Their role is to convert these leads into the sales. I mean, into the payments, into the billing. Yeah. So you need to have a good team. You need to have the proper skilled team and product. So then only you can convert this lead to the sales. And finally, the very required or fundamental fact of any company is operation, meaning somebody has to be there to deliver, to process, to run that operation, to run the system, right? Which includes HR department, finance department, whatever the departments you call. So this is what the three element of a business. So when it comes to the title again, ease your marketing. How can you ease your marketing? You have to start by designing your customer. Most of the company I am seeing, like, yeah, they are giving a proposal or a budget to the marketing department and telling them this is what our budget, $10,000 is our budget for marketing activity. They are not telling who are our ideal customers, who are our ideal clients. First you design your ideal clients. Who is your ideal client? Depends on the what product you have, meaning what solution you have, who are there in the market, or for whom you wanted to sell your solution. So then you will recognize, okay, from this particular market, this category or this age group, this gender, this financial capacity people, or this psychological, philosophical people, you will get a clarity on the client. So the first and most important factor, or the first factor in a marketing activity, is to design your ideal client. Once you design the ideal client, I mean, how can you actually design it? You can design it very easily. If you are already in the market, if you are already doing the business, look at your main customers. Look at your customers who are frequently giving you sales. That itself will give you an idea who is your ideal client. If you're getting a good amount of money from a particular sort of clients, that is your ideal client. If you're starting a new business, then you have to do basically a brainstorming, and you have to analyze and finalize that ideal client. Okay, once your ideal client is decided, what is your next job? The next job is basically you have to know where these people are available in the market. Are they available in social media? Or if it is social media, which platform? If it is not social media, if it is directly in the physical market, which market? There your promotional activity has to happen. Yeah. So I think we can come to that area later. So this is what the introduction. Ideally you have to understand the ideal clients first, then from there you have to take it up. Maybe we can take it as a conversation or discussion, then that would be better. I don't know what exactly you are looking from this session. Please go ahead, I will be happy to answer your questions if I'm knowing that.
Incredible insights. Yes, today I learned that there's different in marketing and sales, because most of the time, as you said, a lot of people just mix like marketing and the sales. All are they doing is just bringing leads to the company and that's it. But now I knew that the marketing is the one that bring leads and the sales is the one that convert that leads into real time customer. And yeah, that's very interesting. If anyone has questions, don't hesitate. Just raise your hand and come up. We would like to hear what you would like to know about this topic. Is there something you want to share? Or me personally, for example, I remember the first time I had a company about wall printing, and I didn't know like who we might target it. I'll just say like everyone that has wall, and it was not good. So now, yeah, I should have talked with you, I think. And I think we should continue if no one has a question, because I would like to know like how can we get clarity about the customer we are targeting, and as you said, where can we find them, how to know all of that if we are a startup, for example.
Yeah, that's a very good question, Fanaki. If it is a startup, where is this product coming from? This product is coming from your experience, your expertise. Maybe it's from you or from your partners. You have a team who have created that solution, who have brought that idea of business. So you basically have to do a brainstorming on that particular solution. First of all, you wanted to design from backwards. Yeah, backwards in the sense, what is that purpose of your company? What is that signature you wanted to put by running this particular business? Or who and what value you wanted to carry forward? Considering all these factors, and also you consider what is that number you wanted to make from the company, from the business, right? So for example, you have a product, and now you have to design who is ideal customer. Actually, it has to start from first. First you should know what market you're making a solution for, which people you are creating a solution for. Yeah, from there you have to start. Some of the cases, or most of the cases, what we are seeing, being a business coach, what I'm seeing, people are coming with a fund. People are saying like, I have some fund, or I can source some fund, I have a capital, I want to do business. What business I can do? That's what they're asking. It's not the question. It should not be a question to me. It is a question to them. What are their expertise in? For example, I am a finance person by profession, but by passion, I am a business coach. So, what can I do best in my life is business coaching. Rather than spending my time and sitting in a seat and doing the finance job, I'm enjoying more and more, and also I'm learning very excitedly on a daily basis is business. So, for me, the best what I can give to the society is business solutions, business coaching. So I should make sure that what am I best in? That is one thing. And it is not only that. Is this particular idea or the solution having a demand in the market? That's a big question you have to ask. You may be having a good trade in you may be having an expert in something, or you are believing in a product that is beautiful, that is fabulous product. But if you can do a feasibility study on that particular product, and if you are not confident that there is no enough market, or there is no enough demand as of now, then that's a question. There definitely you can educate the people, you can bring the awareness. Yes, if you are confident in that, you can go for that. But you're asking about how can we actually find the ideal client, right? So the if you're very confident on the product, then you and your team has to sit and see what are the pains your solution is providing, your product is providing, and who has that pain in the market. Or if it is a pleasure making product, there is two sort of products. One is pain relieving, other one is you are actually giving pleasure. We are actually adding more value and more happiness to the people, yeah, to the prospects, to your customers. So whatever the case is, you have to do a brainstorming, and you have to see where these people are available and what sort of people are there who are basically looking for these, who are basically having the money, yeah, to buy it. Everything has to be considered. So I would say, if you are in a startup, be take a long time to design it. Don't jump to the business. Take enough time. You take 1 week or even 1 year or 2 year, no issues. Take enough time to design and craft where the customer is. Then your job is easy. Otherwise, you'll be struggling in the market. I've seen so many people are saying like, my products are not buying, I think I have to reduce my price and all. This is because they are not very clear to whom they have to sell. So that is a good question, Fanaki, and I hope I have given an idea on that.
Yes, that was on top. Yeah, exactly. This was the answer I was looking for. Well, now, oh, thank you for shedding the light on the importance of our targeted marketing strategies. Like we have to target our customer first. And if anyone has questions about anything we are talking about, about how we can ease marketing and ease sales, please don't hesitate. Raise your hand and come up. Even if you have an insight, maybe you have an insight, maybe you want to ask something about your company, we would like to know that. We are here to help as well. And I'm sure Afar will be happy to learn more and to teach you or to help you on your business. Apart from me, in our panelists, I have Amin. He is an entrepreneur and co-founder of Mr. Effie. Amin, the stage is yours. Do you have question or share your insight?
Yeah, thank you, Panaki. And first of all, I'm entrepreneur. Also, I'm a student as well. My final year, BTech, and I also have a question for a firm. So, uh, you said about sales in startups, right? So, the initial stage, the sales team had to analyze the market and do research about what are the perfect customers that will be going to buy our product. So how can a startup do a research, a proper research with minimal funds? This initial stage, they will be having some small funds, right? So how can we initially uh, analyze the market and find the customers the initial time? You can share your insights about that. That would be helpful.
All right. So, as I said earlier, before you find the market, I mean, before you start thinking of where to sell the product, you have to design back. Yeah. I would like to emphasize in this point. If you are a startup company or if you are actually would like to start something with your friends or so, you should be having an idea what are the problems which you can see or what are the extra pleasure or additions or happiness you can provide to the society, to the market. From there you have to start, then you have to see whether we can do these or that, these. So most probably you know what you can do the best. Yeah, that's how you decide it, and you know that it has a market. You're very confident that this particular item can be sell to the market. Now your job is to do a market survey. There are a lot of feasibility companies which you can actually approach them before you start investing to the project. They can do a project, feasibility study for you, but it's not by their own task. You will have to cooperate with them. You'll have to give a lot of information to them. That is one of the idea or one of the way you can do. But as you said, if you have a shortage of fund for these sort of additional things, if you think that you don't have that money, then you basically have to spend time. You have to get into the market and you have to physically approach the potential market and see whether this product has a demand, has a need. Also you can do a lot of research. I remember when I was visiting one of my friends who is a entrepreneur. He's like a serial entrepreneur. Every year he comes with new idea and he starts that. And when I approached him, when I was visiting his home, I was seeing there are a lot of students, like, almost 10 students were sitting in a hall and they were doing something very seriously. I asked him, what are you doing? He said, this is my team. All of them are business students. I have given them a project to study on that. And they're doing an analysis, they are doing the market research. By sitting in that particular home, by using the laptops, they are analyzing and studying the market, whether this product has a demand, and they're actually working on that particular product, how to modify that particular product to match with the demand of the customer or demand of the market. So it took a long time. When I met him after a couple of months later in Dubai, he said yes, that we started that. Yeah. So if I say the brand, you'll definitely be knowing that, but I don't want to mention the brand. But the thing is that he took more than 6 months time only on that feasibility study. Yeah. So basically you have to do a deep dive. You have to go deep, right, left, top, everywhere you have to see. If it is a new idea, or if you're starting a normal business, there are a lot of similar companies or trading or normal accounting companies or this that normal stuff are happening, then this research is not required. Then the research is required on how can you convert because the demand is already there. That is why people are doing this similar business, isn't it? So already many people are doing this business, so you know that there is a market. Now the question is, how can you take the share from the market? So to take the share from the market, you need to build the trust and credibility in the market. What you can do for that? What you can do for that is, that is the question you have to ask. Or how can you connect with that pupil, or how can you actually take the share from the existing market? What are the strategies you have to do for that? You know, one of the strategy, maybe I can say simply, you can bring a celebrity, for example. Yeah, there's someone who is a micro celebrity, who is an influencer. If you can do an ad by using him, that will give you a visibility of that particular product, because this product is anyway using by many people, isn't it? For example, if you are starting a restaurant in a market in Dubai, for example, you know that there are a lot of people are already coming and eating the, I mean, people are actually looking for this type of good restaurants. Now you need only that visibility, right? So you can depend on one influencer, that sort of things you can do. But if you're coming with a new idea as a startup, then you definitely have to take enough time before you invest the money and time on that. Yeah, so that detailed brainstorming analysis, talking with the mentors, talking with the expertise, talking with the consultants, coaches, depends on the, the research purpose. All these things has to be done. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for this vast insights. And I also have one question. Can you recommend some books that related to sales that you find more helpful to any salesperson or any entrepreneur that who are going to do speech?
There are a lot of books available. When even if you just Google it, you'll get a lot of books. One of the good books what I've seen, it is not directly the sales book, but how to how to influence people. I don't remember the exact name of the book. How to influence people, there is a famous book on that. If anyone knows the exact name, they can put in the chat box. That is one of the good book where you are actually influencing people. It is from Dale Carnegie, I believe. So that book is saying how can you actually pursue another person. So this is what the job of a salesman. What a salesman is doing. Salesman is will be successful in his career if he has the capacity to get the like of other people. Even if you are selling a super awesome product, until unless you make the feel, or until unless you get the liking of other individual, you'll not be successful in that particular profession. So that particular book, how to influence or how to influence the new connections, or how to make the relationship, that is a book. This is from Dale Carnegie. You can search for the Dale Carnegie relationship books. That is one of the book. And I think that is the only name comes in my mind now. Yeah.
I think the book's name is How to Influence People, right?
Correct. Yeah, that is the one. Yeah,
Or maybe how to develop self-confidence and influence people from Dale Carnegie, right?
yeah. There are a couple of books from Dale Carnegie. He's a super, relationship specialist, I would say. In most of his books, he's actually touching this point where how we can pursue the people. But by the way, the thing is that, that's a good question. I mean, I would actually appreciate you. In all the profession, what we can see, there is a pre-qualification is required. If you want to become an accountant, you need to have a graduation, or a some relevant qualification is required. If you want to become a designer, or whatever the title you take, you need to have a pre-qualification, academic qualification. But only the sales, that is a profession where majority of the normal businesses, I'm not talking about the professional companies, but the normal businesses, they take the people from the market, by looking at their experience or so. Or if this person is a talkative, or is a good presentable person, he's fit for sales. That is what people are thinking. But that is not how it is. You have to basically think and learn on daily basis. Now for me, for example, being a business coach, on a daily basis, I'm spending at least a half an hour on this sales learning, because every day the customer behavior is getting changed. Every day the market is getting more and more crowded, noisy. So you should be having a clear clarity on that, and you should have an additional stuff to talk to your customer, you know So that's a good question, and you keep researching on that element. I mean,
Thank you, Professor. And I think I have taken more time. Back to you, Fanny.
Thank you so much for this question. It was very insightful and it brings with it a lot of answer that I'm sure didn't really don't really help only you, but all of the people out there who is listening to us. Like right now we have PG
Correct.
Tarakan. Yes, sir?
Yeah. Before that, I would like to welcome Charito, Vaibhav Mukhtar, Musa Al Anizi. Musa Al Anizi, please do come up, and Charito, please do come up, ask your questions, and I'm very happy to see you here. Back to you, Fanaiki.
Perfect, perfect. Yes, exactly. Everyone who would like to join us, just raise your hand, come up, ask your question, or give your insight about this wonderful conversation. And as I said earlier, we have Bijita Rakan Thomas here with us. I hope I spell your name well. Bijita Rakan, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Panaki. I just came in to just to give the name of the book. It was How to Win Friends and Influence People. Very famous book. That's all. I just wanted to clarify that. That's all.
thank you, Biji. Thank you so much. I was not remembering the name when you asked it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Me too, I didn't remember. So now the title of the book for anyone who is looking for it is How to Win Friends and Influence People from Dale Carnegie. And as Afar already said, he has a lot of books that can help everyone into developing their self-confidence and how to influence people. And from our listeners, do you have any questions, some insights? We would like to hear from you. And thank you, Afar, for reminding us that we have to learn on a daily basis. We can be a professional with a lot of experience, but you showed us that learning is a lifelong journey. There is always something new, and there is always something to learn. Everything is always changing. The world is ever evolving. So thank you for putting the point on that. Well, hello, Sarudvik. Hello, Muhammad. Yasin. Hello, Sharito. Hello, good to see you again. Hello, Vaibhav Kankari. Hello, Musa Al-Nizi. Don't hesitate, raise your hand and come up. Well, during that, we said that we are here to learn how to ease the marketing and to ease the sales. Apart from targeting the right customers and finding where they are, what is the next step to ease the market, to ease the marketing and to ease the sales?
All right, Panaiki, basically, last night I was speaking to a couple of business owners. I was asking them, what do you think to double your profit, to make an increment of 100 percentage profit? How much productivity you have to increase in the I was asking them, what is the productivity you have to bring or add into the company? Most of them were saying, like, we have to bring 100 percentage productivity, we have to bring 200 percentage productivity, like that. That's what most of them were commenting. But when you see the numbers properly, if you can actually bring 15 percentage, 1 5, yeah, 15 percentage additions to some of the numbers, exactly the five numbers, yeah, if you can bring that additions, your profit will become 100 percentage. I mean, the profit will become double. For example, if you are making 1 million profit 2023, you can make it 2 million next year if you can bring 15 percentage increment in the five elements. I'll tell you what are these elements. One of the element, there are two things generally we call in business. There are two things. One is lead measure, other one is lag measure. I'll tell you what it is. See, for example, if you're seeing a football match, the goals what the teams are getting, the scoring, the final goals, that goals are the lag measure, the result. But to get into that particular goal, they have a good strategy on the ground, isn't it? They should have a proper, very super awesome defenders. They should have very clever, skillful midfielders. They need a very fast strikers. Everything has to be there. And they also need a good coach. These are the strategies what they have to maintain and make sure to get the goals. Correct. Like that in business, the goal is to get the profit ultimately. Yeah. And that particular profit is one of the lag measure, one of the result. The other result what companies are looking for is revenue, and the other result what companies are looking for customers. Basically, any business is needed. They are looking for customers. From the customer, they need revenue, and from the revenue, by optimizing the expenses, they need to make sure that they have a profit. So get these particular three lag measures. We need to make sure that there are five things are happening properly, systematically, strategically on a regular basis. What are these five lead measures? Most importantly, leads. You need to have good leads, inquiries in that particular from the market. Yeah. So if you're getting 100 leads in 2023, if you can actually add a 15 percentage lead, which is 115 in 2024, that's enough. You have done 20 percentage of your job. The next one is you have to make sure that conversions are happening. So bringing the lead, as I said earlier, that is a duty of marketing department, and converting that leads is a sales department job. So last year you converted 20 percentage. Out of 100 leads, you converted 20 percentage. This year in 2024, I want you to convert 15 percentage extra, which is 23 percentage. That is 15 percentage extra. The other one, what you need basically, then now you got the customer, right? Now out of 100, you got 20 customer last year. This year you got 115 leads, and you got that much of 3 percentage customer. Let it be 25 or whatever the number is. Now you wanted to make sure that they are buying from you more times. A customer is there and he is buying you often. Like, for example, a customer was buying from you last year only 2 times in 2023. In 2024, you have to make sure he is buying 15 percentage extra. Just a simple, increment. That is 2.3. He has to buy 2.3 times. And what is the other lead measure? That is the value of the invoice. Last year, one particular customer average, I'm talking all this number is average. A customer average purchase value or per bill value was, let's take 100,000. This year, you have to make sure that he is buying 115,000, just 15% increment. And at the bottom line, you have to make sure that your margin is also increased by 15%. How can you increase the margin? There are a lot of tools, lot of techniques, lot of stuff you can do. That advice you will get from the finance people, how to optimize the expenses. Yeah, that is their job. Okay. From my side, I would say I'm helping people, or every business owner or every leadership has to help their business by focusing on these five elements: more leads, more conversions, more times of billing, more value on each invoice. The value of each invoice, average value of invoice has to be increased, and the margin percentage also has to be increased. In each of these five lines, if you can actually get a 15% increment, bottom line, you will get 100% profit. This is the maths. This is mathematics. You take any number, now or later, put in an Excel, give this formula, you will see that magic is happening. So business is like that. It's very important that to know that the simplicity of the business, but people are making it very complicated. Why? Because they are thinking the obstacles. They are actually seeing the problems in the business. They are seeing only the issues in the business. Yes, definitely there are challenges, but It's a simple maths. If you can apply that, it will work. But the problem is that in my experience, when I approach a company, I ask them how many leads you got last year. Let me make it 15% extra. But the company is telling me we don't know how many leads we got. We know only how many customer we have. We know only how many quotations we sent. We don't know how many inquiries we got so far in the last year because we are not keeping a CRM system. That is what the problem comes, Faneki. So, as a business owner, he has to make sure that there is a proper system which will help the company or the consultant or coach, whoever it is, to see the measurements. First, you should know what are your measures, what are your the present uh, status, the current status. You should be able to see. To see that, you should be having a proper CRM system. If it, even if you don't have a CRM system, that's okay. But at least your team has to put the data in an Excel, and from there we can work on. That is one important element I would like to tell you. And maybe you are asking or you're thinking, how can we actually increase each element? Like, how can we increase the number of leads? How can we increase the conversion rate? How can we increase the number of customer billing time? How can we make that particular customer buy more times? Or how can we increase average value of invoice? And how can we optimize the margin? These all you may be thinking. Believe me, there are 300 plus strategies which can apply in businesses, but depends on your business nature, depends on the market. You can select whatever is required. Most of the cases in any business, in my experience, I have seen they are applying less than 20 maximum, or take 25. That is the max to max number of strategies people are implementing. There are unused 90% strategies which is there. That's why you need professionals on board. That's why you need a team who are learning on a daily basis. That's why I told at the beginning about the salesman. They have to learn on a daily basis because sales is the engine of the company. Similarly, the marketing people, they have to learn on a daily basis. If you don't have that facility, you have to actually get the support from any experts outside. Yeah. So this is possible, and that's a magic. Fanaki.
Thank you so much. It was more than what I was expected. You really answered it to the point, and I get more information than what I was thinking. Yes, so now I know the 5 things we need to work when it comes to marketing and sales strategies. And I was about to ask actually by what strategies are you going to give? And you just said like, yes, it depends on the market, it depends on the companies and everything. All right, so I'll not ask that question. I know the answer. Thank you so much again. And now we have Charito Yamar. Nice to see you again. Please share your insight or your question. The stage is yours.
Hello. Hello, good
Hello.
evening. Hello, everybody. Kabir, Fanaiki, FR, Amin, and the people below, they're listening. I'm just, it's very enlightening and very, inspiring what you said a while ago, Mr. FR, the prophet. I'm Charito Yamar from the Philippines. There's just one thing I would like to say here about marketing and sales. For the past 20 plus years, I'm in the real estate world. I'm a broker and a consultant and an appraiser. You say when you say marketing and sales, I will talk about the real estate business. In the real estate business, the developers, they don't hire people to sell for them, right? They don't have employees to sell the properties, the houses, the condominiums, and everything. So in real estate, they do partner with us, the brokers, and then we, the brokers, will sell the properties. So if you the marketing side of it, uh, I would say that it's not much of an expense. I told a lot of developers before when I was with them that the only thing you need to do is to feed the brokers. So they laughed. So what do you mean by that? You feel the belly. You know what? Because the brokers are not being paid by salaries, they're paid by commissions, right? So if your property is like 4 million and you want to sell it, it's only 5% goes to the broker. You see, in our country here, particularly in our place in Mindanao, before it was being professionalized, everybody could sell real estate. So, but the thing was, I realized then that the greatest force to make this salesperson sell was their need for money, because most of them are married, most of them need the money to feed their family, to send their children to school, all those things. So, what do they do? When they sell more, they get more commissions. So, in that case, the developers, what has have to do was to give incentives, was to make sure that they give quotas. Like before, or even now, sales here, if you want a broker was like 10 or 20 people, if you want to give him a quota of 100 million, that's easy. Because you know what? It is the strategy or the marketing, measure that they did. Upon down payment, there is a 50% share of the seller to the down payment. Say, for example, it's 20,000, the down payment, that's the reservation fee, I mean, not the down payment. When somebody, when a buyer buys and reserve, like say 20,000, 10,000 goes with the broker. The broker then, prorata, if how much percent goes to the seller or whatever. So every time a sale was made, the money goes to the right, directly to the right person, to the salesperson who goes out of his way everywhere. The company does not have to send him there, does not have to spend money. So he'd go around like out of town, malling and everywhere to sell, because that person was looking forward to that 50% share of the reservation. So I think that's a marketing strategy which the developer don't need any, to sell, like having a lot of people to sell for them, using the brochures and everything. Because the only thing that they need to do was to make sure that there was a product knowledge seminar, that all the salesperson outside would really know what they are selling. So with that, bringing that along with them, even I'm a broker. If the developer would say, okay, give me 100 million sales a month, I could do that. I'll sit down with them. What will I do? What will I have with this? Exchange style. Like it's like, what will I get? Like say a broker will, sit down and say, "Oh, developer, I will sell 1 billion this year. Give instead of 5%, give me six." Then most of the time, the developer would agree, because they will see monthly, they will be able to see how far this broker really did with the quota that was given her. So I see in sales and marketing, I don't know how to say it, but I think when we are in the real estate world, the sales depends on how happy the end person, the salesperson, going out of the way to reach out to look for these people who would buy the property. Am I clear here, sir? Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. And it was wonderful to share your experience about how the sales goes in the real estate. And thank you so much for talking and for sharing.
Yeah, I'm sharing. I'm sharing. So that's what we do. That's what we do. We don't need. So the developer nowadays is very good here. The sales, we are more into the vertical development, the condominiums. You know what? I'm not bragging, but some of my colleagues here, if you ask them, oh, how every month, okay, I'm targeting this 100 million, 100 million, 100 million. See, if a developer has 5 or 10 realtors or 10 brokers who will commit this, it's easy for them to sell out the entire building. like say 16 stories, 10 stories, mid-rise, or you know, the mid-rise ones. So I I'm just sharing you what's happening here. So right now, the only thing that I must emphasize here is the developer or the seller, the one building the houses or the business, must go directly to the jugular. You have to feed the ones who really go out uh, directly, satisfy them, because their needs will allow them to be strong enough to fight in order to get that amount. So they will go everywhere, do everything, sell, be awake at night, or wake up in the morning, and all those things. So they can deliver the sales that is asked of them. So they will get something out in return. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much again for sharing. And Afar, do you have something to say about what she was about talking about? Or
Yes, no, that was good to hear from Charito. Yeah, definitely. When I was mentioning that 300 plus strategies, it is not all the strategies are relevant or suitable to all the businesses. So that is what we have to understand from the from the different industries. Yes, that is relevant, and I was actually enjoying that conversation. Thank you very much, Charito, for contributing that. Um,
Thank
by the way,
you.
I just wanted to give at least one of the strategy where I actually spoke. There are strategies these that now. So instead of just going like this, I wanted to give one of the strategy. For example, uh, I'm sure that most of the companies are using email marketing at least for some months, and later they say no, we are not doing that because we are getting blocking. Emails are getting blocked, or our emails are not noticing by the prospects. This is what they're saying, the complaint. So we have to understand email marketing is to be used in a way where you are serving the prospects. As I said at the very beginning, your marketing and sales, this is all about serving, not selling. Yeah. So you should actually serve with the relevant data. You have to serve your prospects with by educating them, by engaging them, by giving them value, so that eventually top of the mind of that particular prospect, your company will be there. When they think of a particular your service, your name should be there on top of their mind. How can this possible? Because it is possible only when you serve them frequently. For example, being a business coach, what should I do? I Let's say for example, I have 1,000 emails with me. So I will definitely ask my team, serve my prospects, serve these 1,000 email IDs by giving them tips, techniques on different aspects of the business which they wanted to use, which they are really looking for. For example, how to collect an overdue from the market, how to increase your sales, how to reactivate your old customers, how to optimize your digital marketing, you know, or what are the 7 steps you have to make sure in the sales process. These all are the relevant data which companies are looking for. So I am learning for them. I am actually spending my time to learn for my prospects, and I'm investing my time and my resource, my teams, and I'm asking them serve my prospects. Every week send one email. And once a while, after 5 emails, your sixth email can be a direct selling. Okay, we have a program or we have a coaching program. If you're interested, you can get it. That is okay. That is how the email marketing has to happen. But what most of the companies are doing, every day, every week, they are sending their designs, their poster, their ads, their promotional activities. I would say this is a rubbish activity, and this is a disgusting activity. This is an irritating activity for a prospect. He wouldn't like to see you. He would actually block you, or at least he will ignore you. So don't use that strategy. Instead, sell, 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 then sell. 4 times, 5 times you serve, then fifth time you can sell. Even if you don't sell also, Customer will think of, whenever they need a business coach, they will remember me if I am using this strategy. So top of the mind, I am there. The only thing, you need to have a consistency in marketing activity, especially in marketing activity. Marketing activity is like you wanted to break a tree in the somewhere, you wanted to break that particular tree. You wanted to break it down. So if you want to break it down, every day you spend at least half an hour with a good, with a good tool. Try every day. One day this particular tree will get off. This will fell down. That is how you have to do your marketing activity, and that also have to be in a manner where you are serving the prospect. Don't try to sell. Sales will happen. You don't have to sell anything. Let them buy. Yeah. So you have to be patient enough to make it happen. So whatever resource you use social media, you use LinkedIn, WhatsApp, wherever. Try to focus on serving your prospect, and eventually the sales will happen. Don't worry about that. That is what probably the bottom line message I wanted to give to all of you, to make sure that your marketing and sales are happening super awesome and you get a good number of profit in the bottom line.
Thank you so much. What an enlightening discussion we had tonight. Well, from targeted marketing strategies to leveraging, it's clear that easing the marketing process and sales can have a profound impact on the increase of a company, right? And so we learned too that we have to get updated from the ever evolving market. Now I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone that joined us today. Thank you, Kabir, for making this happen. Thank you, Amin. Thank you for our amazing speaker, Afar, from sharing your insightful discussion. We are here now learning a lot of things from you. And thank you, Charito, for sharing as well your experience, your personal experience in your specific industry. Now, let's have a parting notes from Kabir. From Amin first. My apologize. Amin, your parting note.
Yeah, thank you, Kaneki. Yeah, thank you, Kaneki, for this opportunity. And thank you for Sir and Charito for sharing your insights. This is a wonderful section. First of all, before sales, think about what I am going to solve for the customer and prioritize the customer satisfaction first, then the sales will come simply. That's what I understood simply from this section. Thank you, also, for making me believe this idea more. And thank you, Kaneki, for making this section so wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you, Kaneki.
Thank you, Amin, for being with us every time and looking forward to meeting you. Now let's have the speaker 14 notes. Afar, your 14 notes, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Fanaiki and Kabir and everyone who were listening, who were contributing. And once again, I would actually appreciate the project what you're running, and let it be a great success. All the very best, and I would be so happy to assist if anyone looking for any sort of support from my end. And once again, thank you so much. And you moderated this program very well, Fanaiki. Appreciate it, and thank you so much, Kabir and everyone. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is mine with talking with such expert. It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, now let's have Kabir, your 14 notes, Kabir.
Thank you, Fanaki. Hi, Sakshi. Welcome. And it's Fanaki. Can I end the session after this?
Of course, sure.
I'll wait for your parting session after that. I think it's 7. Okay. Thanks a lot, Afar. And this year start when I had all my businesses lost. So it was my 11th business. So I did a story regarding when you shout out when you fail. So at that time, I was having FR's 100 days going on. And I still remember he called me as a speaker for his 65th day. And I think it was on how to handle failures. So I was very happy uh, to be on that session, and it's in Malayalam. So if anyone understands Malayalam, you can follow FR and you can get the link of all his talks. There was 100 talks on that. So thanks FR for this valuable session, and thanks for taking this time for coming here. And Fanaki, thanks for conducting this session in a very wonderful way. And as always, strong questions from you, Amin, and all the listeners down there who came and asked questions. Thanks. And Cherito, thanks, dear, for coming. And that was a wonderful insight from the real estate industry. So we are in the end of the session. And as we always tell, dream big, aim high, start small. Start very small so that you can easily learn, focus on what you're doing. Start very small so that you can easily build a discipline around what you're doing. Start very small so that you can easily master what you're doing. Once you do these three things, you're ready to be a scalable startup. And your journey as a high performance entrepreneur starts. And we are here to help you. We're ending the session. So
Kabir,
thanks all for the. Yes,
Kabir, thank you
Safar.
very much. Before we stop this session, I have a gift for Amin for his wonderful questions, and he was asking for me about this book, right? So, Amin, I have a new book. I have recently launched my book, which is called The Profit Circle, which is actually covering every aspect of the business. I would like to gift you that book. I will contact Kabir and to make sure that it will reaching to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Where
sir.
can we buy
It's
that?
lot, it means a lot.
Kabir, where can we buy
It is in Dubai.
the book of?
As far is it on Amazon?
It's in Dubai and it is in India as well. I will make sure that it is delivering there at Amin's address. No problem.
Okay. No,
Yeah, but I'm in the
Cherito is asking
Philippines.
where she can buy it. She's from
Okay, okay.
Philippines.
I will give the link to Kabir. Kabir can forward to her. Yeah.
And we can put the link below the today's event
Y-
also.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I will.
thank you.
I will give that link to Kabir. Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
for your business coachings, do connect to FR. You can connect, follow him, and do DM him. A very good friend of mine. And it's almost to end the session. So as always, thanks a lot, FR, and a dreamer from this part of the world. With lots of love, signing off, PC Kabir. In the count of three, we are closing the room. Every speakers can tell bye bye. Three, two, one. Bye bye, all.